Welcome to the Westgate 2022 Science Fair.
We have 103 projects to share with you that include plants, animals, sports, and even chemistry.
We've worked really hard on our science skills and our creativity.
Thank you for joining us and enjoy the presentation.
Hi, my name is Gemma Messenger, and my science fair project is about how my pet turtle and frog react to different types of music. I got this idea because one day while on the internet, I saw something about dogs being calmer when classical music was played in kennels. It got me wondering if different types of music affected animals differently. I decided to use 4 styles of music: hip-hop, country, classical, and rock. I thought my frog would be more active during hip-hop and classical due to his size and the vibrations he would feel. I felt that my turtle would move more during country music because he would feel the vibrations strongly through his shell. For rock, I felt they both would freeze due to overstimulation. I was wrong in 3 out of 4 of my hypotheses. The only correct one was for country music, in which my turtle moves the most. I had a blast doing my project.
Hi, I'm Adriana Kirkland, and my science project is Do Dogs Have Favorite Colors? My hypothesis was that yellow would be the average color picked. First, I put down red, yellow, green, blue, and purple paper on the floor, each 6 inches apart. Next, I put dog treats on top of the paper. Then I let my dog in to pick her treat. Finally, she picked her color, and I quickly picked up the treats. I did this with 10 dogs, each 3 times. At the end, there was a tie between yellow and green, so I had to do a tiebreaker. Unfortunately, green won the tiebreaker, so my hypothesis was incorrect because green was the average color picked. What is your dog's favorite color?
I'm Payson.
I'm Natalia.
I'm Cameron.
And our
The project is called Cereal Abstract.
What we did was put the cereal and sugar in a baggie, measured the serving size, which is 1 cup each cereal, and however much sugar is in each serving size of the cereal is how much sugar we put in the baggie. Why we did this project is to find out, to see if cereals are as healthy as they say.
We all believed that 1 cup of Frosted Flakes would have the most sugar, but it did not. The Raisin Bran we thought would have the least amount of sugar, but it had the most sugar. Did you know that the daily recommended sugar is 6 teaspoons, and the average sugar that Americans have in a day is 22 teaspoons?
And in our conclusion, we found Raisin Bran has the most sugar and Cheerios has the least. With this information, we found out which one of the cereals is the healthiest and which one is the least healthy one. And as we concluded this, we all had a great time working on this project together.
My name is Jacob Gump, and my project is how does a gun suppressor work? A bullet suppressor is a small attachment for the end of a firearm. It reduces the muzzle flash when the gun is shot. Some people also call them a gun silencer because they also significantly reduce the sound of a gun. The gun suppressor reduces the muzzle flash when the gun is shot by trapping the gases from the explosion of the gunpowder. Suppressors are used on many types of guns. The crime that a gun suppressor is used on most is murder. Many criminals use a suppressor to make the gun more quiet. Some are good, some are bad. I hope that the technology of the suppressor keeps advancing for the good use for our troops and law enforcement. It is important for people to understand the good uses of a gun suppressor.
Tell yourself in your head you can do this.
Okay, when you want.
Hi, my name is Brandon. Our experiment is called the Conando cars. I hot glued the motor stand to the bottom of the car.
Hi, my name is Connor. One of our dads used to build these when they were little. The motor is connected to the pulley and the belt is connected to the pulley. So the pulley goes around and makes the tires spin.
And then this is the battery powered car. There's a switch right here. So if you press this down, it will go.
There's wires that connect to the batteries to make the car go. And it goes like this.
Let it run. Like that. And the back tires spin first, and it will make the front tires go.
That is our experiment of the Conando cars.
Hi, my name is Addison Smith and I'm working with Cooley Headley Spencer. Our title is What Melts Ice Faster? We put ice into cups and put salt, pepper, sugar, and baking soda on them. The one to melt ice the fastest was salt. My favorite part was when we put the ice in and get to see it melt.
Hi, my name is Theo. My project is named Paw Control. I did it because then I can see more dogs. If you want to do this, here's what you need to do. First, you need to get your dog if you have one. Next, you need to get a tree and ask your dog to shake and give it to it. Last, write in your logbook what paw the dog used. My hypothesis was wrong. I thought it was going to be left paw, but it was actually right paw. My favorite part was I got to see more dogs.
Hi, my name is Haley Gardner, and I'm doing what melts popsicles the fastest. I wanted to know what would melt popsicles the fastest. My hypothesis is that the hot water would melt the popsicle the fastest. First I did the hot water, next I did the blow dryer, then I did the normal temperature. The hot water melted the fastest. It took 1 minute for the hot water to melt. My hypothesis was correct, and I wouldn't change anything.
Hi, my name is Isaiah Barnes, and I'm working with Donovan Austin, Brian Williams, and the title of this experiment is What Liquid Makes Gummy Bears Bigger? And my favorite thing was when me and my friends woke up and seen the gummy bears got big.
We had 4 liquids, and it was salt water, vinegar, Sprite, and tonic water. Sprite and tonic water got the biggest, vinegar dissolved, and then salt water broke apart.
During the experiment, my favorite thing was when we woke up, the biggest gummy bear was in the salt water and it grew to 2 inches.
Hi, my name is Mason Fullerton and I'm 10 years old. The title of my project is Volcanic Perfection. I put baking soda and citric acid together, which don't go off unless there's water. And when you do that, it just goes into science mode and starts to bubble up. What happened at the end was it started to go above the flask and bubble up and stuff. Then it went on the ground and evaporated. After like 30 minutes, my favorite part was when it went into science mode and bubbled up.
My name is Maurice Brown and I'm 10 years old.
I'm Dalton Shreve and I'm 12.
So now we already did everything. We just now have to put water in the citric acid to dilute it, and then we're gonna pour it in. Do you want to pour the water in?
How much?
Just a little bit, a good bit actually. About that much, stop, okay. Okay, now, can I see your marker? Okay, let's see. Okay.
And you want to put that in?
Yeah, I'll hold this, or you can put that somewhere, and then, do you want to dump it in?
Sure.
Dump it in. Dump it in more. Okay.
Hi, my name is Lily. The title is Liquid in Runts. I did liquid in runts. I put oil, vinegar, hot water, and peroxide with the runts in cups. I watched them dissolve. The water dissolved first. The oil did nothing. My favorite part was decorating the board.
Hi, my name is Madison, and my title is Egg and Vinegar. And we put egg and vinegar, and it made the egg where you could throw it on the floor and it bounced to the sky. And my hypothesis is I think an egg would become a toy. And my abstract, I choose this project because I thought it would be cool to create a toy from the experiment. My hypothesis is that the vinegar will turn the egg into a toy. First, I got a cup and I got vinegar, and then I put the egg in.
Hi, my name is Lainey Smith, and my project is called Thirsty Paper Towels. And my hypothesis is that I think Bounty is going to soak up the most paper towels because it's most expensive. And what I used is I forget what it's called, but I used this like filter thing. I used water, like these paper towels, and then what they're called is Bounty, Great Value, Visa, and then this is not even a thing. And then the results is Bounty's had 75 milliliters and Visa has 68 milliliters. Great Value had 45 milliliters, and the last one had 30 milliliters.
My name is John. My project is cat food. I put the food in 3 bowls and my cat ate Meow Mix and I had fun.
My name is Ariana and we are doing what bubblegum brand blows the biggest bubble.
My name is Avery, and during the experiment, we bought 10 different types of bubblegums to see what brand blew the biggest bubble.
The biggest bubble ended up being Cabo Bubba and it blew 6 inches.
The smallest bubble ended up being Caden, and it didn't blow any times.
My favorite part of the experiment was blowing the bubbles.
My favorite part of the experiment was blowing the bubbles as well.
Hi, my name is Elena and my partner's name is Maya. My title is How Volcanoes Explode. I did volcanoes so I can learn about them. 2 facts about volcanoes. Volcanoes are opening of lava, Earth's surface. Lava is very, very hot.
Hi, my name is Kennedy. Our title of our project is
Which brand of popcorn pops better?
Hi, I'm Addison. We bought 3 different brands of popcorn. They were AubreyL, Pop Secret, and Act 2. We popped the popcorn and let it cool so we wouldn't burn our fingers. Then we counted the kernels.
Our hypothesis was incorrect. We thought AubreyL would have the less amount of kernels left, but it was actually Act 2.
Our favorite part was digging for the kernels and eating the popcorn.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Smith and my experiment is the light experiment. I did the board and experiment. I tried to make a light using a magnet. It did not work. My hypothesis was wrong. I had fun trying to make a light.
Hi, my name is Sophia, and this is for lemons versus potatoes. This is how I made my experiment for the lemons and potatoes. It was really hard to do it, but it was really fun. The potatoes had more electricity than the lemons, except for one experiment. Also, I thought they go up pretty high, but actually they stayed pretty low. I did this 8 times. So my hypothesis was incorrect, and the potatoes beat the lemons every time, except for one experiment, and this is what I did.
Hi, I'm Emily Brown and my project is on how volcanoes erupt.
Hey, hello, I'm Nick, and this is the title of my project, Hamburgers vs. Carrots.
Hello, I'm Camden. And I'm Jacob. The title for this project is Which Will Rot Faster, Fruits or Vegetables?
We put 2 fruits and 2 vegetables out for each of us.
What happened in the end was shocking. The vegetables rotted first.
Our favorite part was when we finally got the stinky vegetables out of our house.
We do recommend this experiment, but just to be sure, get the stinky vegetables out of your house.
My name is Nick.
And my name's Ari.
Our title is Heavy versus Light Cars.
And we made the tally marks to see which one won.
So in the end, the light cars won. My favorite part was working with my friends.
My favorite part was launching the cars.
We also did tally marks to see which one won, and the light cars won most of the time, but the heavy cars will win sometimes because the light cars will usually lose momentum and the heavy cars will sometimes keep going.
And also what we learned, it's not about weight, it's about texture and metal.
My name is AubreyL. For my experiment, I did how many books does the average 5th grader carry? In the end, the average amount of books carried was 10. My favorite part of seeing the students carry the most books, which was 14.
Hi, my name is Payson, and I wanted to do sponge and water to see which sponge holds the most water. And when I did it, I put exactly 1 cup of water in each bowl, and the sponge that held the most water was the purple and white cleaning sponge, and the sponge that held the least water was the green sponge with the net. I think it held the less water because the net is blocking most of the sponge, so it didn't get to hold as much water. Hi, my name is Chris. My science fair project is rotting food. My hypothesis is the apple with the vinegar will preserve the longest. My hypothesis was wrong. The apple with the vinegar was the least. Materials: apple, pear, banana, grapes. Substances: salt, sugar, vinegar.
Hello, my name is Caden Bailey, and this is our project.
Hi, I'm Joshua Refice, and our project is about which is safer between basketball and baseball. Our purpose of doing this research is because if people want to play basketball or baseball, they will know which one is the safest. We think basketball and baseball is the most dangerous. We think basketball is the safest and baseball is the most dangerous.
After a lot of research, we decided basketball is safer than baseball because injuries tend to be more severe than basketball. Related injuries. Basketball is safer for many reasons.
And here's why.
And resources why. Basketball has less severe injuries like their knee, ankle, fingers, legs, and all of that. Our conclusion is we ended up being correct. Basketball is safest sport and baseball is more dangerous.
Hi, my name is Kendall Kittle. I did this project with Amari Sadler. Title: Skittles dissolving. What dissolves Skittles faster? Baby oil, warm water, or rubbing alcohol? The warm water was the fastest.
My name is Jordan Bates.
My name's Walker Gaska.
And our hypothesis is that Mountain Dew has the most sugar than the other drinks listed.
Our conclusion was, our hypothesis was correct, that Mountain Dew has the most sugar of all the drinks, with 72.3 grams and 121.57 grams. You should choose water to drink over any other drink. It is healthier and has 0 sugar.
Root beer fun fact. Root beer is made out of 16 roots of herbs. The most original ingredient was sassafras. The root beer accounts for 30% of America's soft drinks market. In 1960, a key ingredient, the sassafras root, came to the knowing of the and it was banned by the U.S. Food and Drug Association. Administration.
Grams of sugar per 12-ounce cans. Mountain Dew has 46 grams of sugar, and root beer has 45 grams of sugar. Pepsi has 41 grams, and Coca-Cola has 39.
Ever wondered why cats' eyes glow? In this paper I will tell you how, why, and some interesting facts about it. If you're wondering how it happens, well, you're in luck. Here's a breakdown of it. Cats' eyes are made of molecules, riboflavin, and zinc. The level of zinc determines the color the eyes give off. The most important part about the glowing eyes in the tapetum lucidum. The tapetum lucidum is a layer of reflective cells that light bounces off of and reflects back to the retina, causing them to glow. I'm now going to explain why cats' eyes glow. One of the reasons a cat's eyes glow is to scare off predators in the night. Cats do most of their hunting at night, so it comes in handy. Cats' eyes glow to them appears as tiny as flashlight. It helps to determine shadows, prey, and predators. Also, during daylight vision is 50% better. Here are some facts about the cat's glowing eyes. Although they can see at night, it is actually blurry. Another fact is a long time ago, ancient Greeks and Egyptians believed cats captured light at sunset and held it until morning, and that they had their own day that something is wrong. That means the pupils are dilated and allowing a lot of light into the cat's eyes. The eye problems associated with this could be glaucoma, cataracts, or conjunctivitis. I have told you why, how, and some facts about cats' eyes glow. I chose this because of my own cats and always wondered why and how it occurred. This is why I chose why do cats' eyes glow.
I'm Jade, and I did how to make coffee.
Hello, my name is Caden Huff, and this is my dissolving peppermints project. And in this experiment, I took 3 Redbird mints and put them in 3 different liquids to see which liquid would dissolve the mint the fastest. The materials are 1 glass of water, 1 glass of milk, and 1 glass of Pepsi. I believed that the Pepsi would dissolve the mint the fastest, but I was wrong. The water did. So it took the water 4 minutes and 8 seconds. It took milk 6 minutes and 47 seconds, and it took the Pepsi 5 minutes and 4 seconds. While it was the waters. While the mint was dissolving in Pepsi's, the water one basically disappeared. The milk didn't dissolve much, and all the Pepsi did was rip the red off, and that was it.
Hello, my name is Logan, and this is my science project. Are you spoiled or not? The reason I did this project was to see what substances would help best preserve an apple. My hypothesis was that a lemon would help best preserve an apple, and baking soda would not help at all. My hypothesis was correct. The lemon did help, and the baking soda, it showed that it made the apple brown.
My name is Caden Macedonia, and my project is big dogs versus little dogs. Big dogs versus little dogs, which one lives longer? I'm going to compare big dogs' lifespans to a small dog's lifespans. Many people may think the size in dogs doesn't matter, but it does. Proficiency and albinism, size and age relation. In dogs shows large dogs dies younger. They ages 1 faster than little dogs. The lifespans available for large dogs is about 7 years or 14 years for small dogs. I chose big dogs and little dogs because I love dogs, and I thought big dogs versus little dogs from any other project, because I don't think people realize the lifespans of difference.
Let us know when you're ready, yo. Action. Quiet on set.
Hi, my name is Ava.
And my name is Rosa.
And our project is called Dogs vs. Cats, the Sleep Off.
One interesting fact that I learned about cats is that they can sleep up to 12 to 16 hours a day.
One interesting fact that I learned about dogs is that they can sleep up to 12 to 14 hours a day.
That is our project, Cat versus Dogs.
Hi, my name is Grady. And I'm Karsten. This is which liquid can dissolve a crybaby first?
We wanted to know which liquid would let us get all the sourness off the crybabies the fastest, so we could just get the gum.
We poured the liquids in the cups, then we put the crybabies in the liquids.
After that, we looked very closely and compared them to a regular one, and the ones and all of them got a little bit smaller.
Our hypothesis was wrong.
We thought that Coke would dissolve it the most, and salt water and oil dissolved it the fastest.
The best part was we could drink the liquids that we could drink.
Except the salt water and oil.
Yeah, because that would have been nasty.
And salt water.
Hi, my name is Kyra Whitaker, and I did an experiment on surface tension. I took a paper clip and gently put it on the water. At the end, it started to float on the water. My favorite part is when it started to float. It really surprised me.
I'm NickAri, and I presented with Madison Vance. We did animals' eyesight compared to humans. We chose this project because we thought there were many eyes and we wondered which was best. We thought humans would be the best, but it turned out to be lions. I had fun doing this project.
Hi, my name is Caden Cranston, and I worked with Chloe McCoy. We created a drink dispenser. Our drink dispenser is good for the gas usage in America, which is depleting. And our hypothesis was it was going to work perfectly. In conclusion, it did work good.
My name is Aubreyl Hoffman, and the name of this project is Rotten Apples. What I did during the project is take pictures and check on the apples. We ended up throwing the apples away at the end of the project. My favorite part was watching the apples change throughout time. I chose this project because it seemed fun and not very expensive.
Hi, my name is Michaela Cook, and I am in 5th grade, and today I will be presenting my science fair board called Melting Crowns. Well, first I wasn't gonna use a hairdryer, but the hairdryer didn't work very well. Then I thought of putting my crowns in the oven, and it worked.
Hi, my name is Holly Archbold. The title of my project is Plant Cereal Water Mixture, and what I found out is plant cereal and water make mold. My hypothesis was wrong, and my favorite part is watching the plants grow.
Hi, my name is Gabrielle Johnson, and my project is edible energy. My conclusion was all fruits and vegetables use could light and flashlight, light bulb, wipe, and overwipe fruits and vegetables still produce energy. Different fruits need more amounts to produce enough energy to the light. Flashlight, light bulb. I used 7 oranges. They produced 5.6 volts. 7 small potatoes produced 5.8 volts. 8 limes produced 4.9 volts. And 5 lemons produced 4.4 volts. I needed 4.5 volts to make 3 AA batteries.
This is the heart pump model by Jayden Wriggle. The red straw represents the mitral valve. The small mason jar represents the left ventricle. The blue straw represents the aortic valve, and the big mason jar represents the rest of the body. Oxygenated blood travels through the mitral valve into the left ventricle, and it comes out of it. The left ventricle contracts, and blood travels through the aortic valve into the rest of the body. In the experiment, it was a little hard to pump.
Hi, my name is Anna.
My name's Go.
My name is Elena. And our project is which marshmallows dissolve the fastest in each liquid. Our project is where we try marshmallows in different liquids.
Our materials are marshmallows, cups, hot chocolate, coffee, tea, water, lemonade, Gatorade, Coca-Cola, and milk, or dependent the rate of marshmallows.
Our conclusion was that the water ended up melting the marshmallows the fastest. Overall, we had a great time, and it was a really fun project.
Hi, I'm Sophia, and this is Jaya, my partner for the science fair project.
Welcome to our project, Which Pencil is Better? Both of our hypotheses is whether the mechanical pencil was going to be better.
We wrote, drew, and erased to see which one would be better.
The yellow pencil was better for writing.
The mechanical pencil is better for erasing.
And the better pencil for drawing was also the mechanical pencil.
That means the mechanical pencil can last longer, draw better, and erase better. So overall, the mechanical pencil is better.
That means our hypothesis was correct, and that concludes our experiment.
Hi, my name is Jayden, and this is all about battery brands and which one lasts the First, my method was by 4 battery brands: Duracell, Energizer, E-Circuit, and Rayvac, and 4 $1 flashlights. The bad battery was E-Circuit, the decent battery was Duracell, and the good battery was Energizer, and then the best battery was Rayvac. That's all about battery brands.
Hi, I'm Allison Johnson, and I'm in 5th grade.
Hi, I'm Kennedy Dobbins, and I'm in 5th grade. And our
project is seeing how houseplants react to being watered with coffee and water.
My hypothesis was that the plant being watered with coffee would grow better because the caffeine would help speed up the growing process.
My hypothesis was that the plant with water would grow faster and taller, but with the plant being watered with coffee, that it would die because caffeine kills plants.
In conclusion, the plant being watered with coffee grew healthier, but the plant being watered with water grew more towards the light.
My hypothesis was correct, but the water did grow a lot faster and longer, but then the coffee grew a lot healthier. Hi, our names are Parker Hanley
and Deacon Brown.
Our title of our project was Doesn't Matter How Much Air is in a Basketball. Before we started this project, we thought that the ball with the most air would dribble the best and the ball with the medium air would shoot the best. But in conclusion, we found out that the ball with the medium air dribbled the best and the one with the less air shot the best.
The ball that was completely deflated, we measured our statistics while we were shooting. Our average with the fully inflated ball was we made 6 shots out of 10. And we made 6 shots out of 10 with a medium amount of air too, but we made 8 with the deflated ball. So our statistics were a lot better with that. And the ball with the full amount of air when we were dribbling came up like all the way up to here. The one with the medium came about here, and the one with the deflated barely bounced at all. Like I would say it came up to our ankles.
Hi, my name's Caleb Bigelow, and my project was the science behind glow sticks.
in this, we did multiple tests with glow sticks. Like, we did what does the content inside do in water? Which size lasts the longest? Which size was brighter? And which size was more durable? Well, in those tests, we also had results of those tests. And the results are, for the first one, the durable one, we did which one is more durable, and we cut it. The thick one ended up being the more durable, and the thin one, well, didn't really last long. Then we did the brightness test. We saw which one was brighter, and the thicker one was the brighter one, because, well, it was brighter. And then we did what does it do in water, and I thought it was going to mix in, and then it ended up not even mixing in. The thin one, none of it even came out. The thick one, it didn't mix in. It was like an oily substance of some sort. So in conclusion, my hypothesis wasn't really right, but also it wasn't wrong. Both were, like, it was indecisive, really. The thick one, the durability test, the thick one did win, which we guessed. But the thin one, well, no, not that. Which one glows the brightest? We also got right with the thick. But, like, what does the substance inside do in water? We got completely wrong. We thought it was going to mix in. The thin ones didn't even come out, and the thick ones didn't mix. And then for the which one lasts the longest, the thick one won that one too, which we also guessed. So it was mostly right, but also somewhat wrong.
My science fair project is about Demon Slayer. I picked it because it's my favorite anime. I got free facts about it, about how his sister got turned into a demon by the leader of demons, Muzan. Tanjiro's father was the strongest Demon Slayer, and he was the first one. Tanjiro became a demon, but then became human again because they did something. His father used the sun breathing technique from it, and when Tanjiro was born, he got the mark of the sun breathing. And Tanjiro can use a small portion of it.
My name's Braden. I researched all about football. Here's 3 interesting facts. There's one that's a touchdown that's 6 points, and then there's a field goal that's 3 points, and then a safety is 2 points. And then I got some trophies in a football. This is like mostly about my project. And then I have this cool trophy. I got this last year. And then I got this picture, that was like 2 years ago.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Wright, and I worked with Braley Baker and Amelia Armstrong. And our title is How Everyday Water Reacts to Certain Noises. We chose this topic because we were curious. The water hardly moved when we were whispering, and the second time we did it, we were using our normal voices, and it reacted time to time. Our favorite part was because it was probably the yelling through it, because we couldn't keep each other serious the whole time.
I'm going to be demonstrating how salt water can improve its ability. This is hot water, and it does conduct its ability. And this is 2 teaspoons of salt water, and it does light the light bulb. And when I put it in the 2 teaspoons of salt water, it does light the light bulb.
Is that up?
And when I put it back in the
I had to add salt water. Oh.
tap water and she adds a little bit of salt, it'll light the bulb. You have to stir it.
No, with this.
It's not lighting.
Then add another.
No, add another one. But to the back.
Hi, I am Sophia Garcia.
And I'm Elena.
And our title is Quick, the Floor is Melting. Our materials are salt water, vinegar, water, and cola.
And we put 1 ice cube in each cup for 8 minutes.
And it took 8 minutes for it to melt. Our hypothesis was wrong, but if we were to do this again, we would have used juice or milk and to see which one would melt the fastest.
Which one melted fastest?
Water.
Hello, my name's Mason McCune. This is a simple electric motor. I'm going to show you how it works and all the things you need. So you need a 22 coil and a magnet with a D battery and these sewing needles. So you put these, you twirl it 10 times into like this and then make it straight, and this is how it will work. If the sewing needles are way too hot, it won't work that well. Takes a couple tries to make it work. It's not working right now. It was working.
My name is Jaden Rogers. This is soda and Mentos. So I put the Mentos into the soda and it has a chemical reaction and explodes with a geyser. And whenever we put it in, my hypothesis was Dr. Pepper would have had the biggest geyser, and it didn't. I was wrong, and it was Diet Coke.
Hi, my name is Jonathan. My experiment was, can a balloon blow out a candle? I put 3 different balloons from 6 to 12 to 18 inches from the candle, apart from the candle. What happened at the end was the 16 and 18 inches did not blow out the candle. My favorite part of the experiment was popping the balloons.
Yeah. My name is Gavin Barney.
My name is Jayden Chapel.
My name is Connor Wolf. We did research on turtles. My favorite turtle is the sea turtle because it lives the longest out of all of the turtles that we did research on here.
My favorite turtle is the leatherback turtle because they're the fastest and biggest turtle on the earth.
My favorite turtle is the box turtle because it likes to be in its shell and it likes to go fast and it slides on the bottom of its shell. And it's the smallest turtle.
Hello, my name is Jayden Boyd, and my project is Fizz Time. My favorite part was testing the sodas, and Pepsi lasted the longest, Coke lasted the shortest.
Hello, my name is Steven. This is the egg experiment. I put eggs in different liquids for 24 hours to see which one would have the most changes. And the one that had the most changes was the white vinegar egg. It made it squishy and almost like a gooey substance and the Coca-Cola one had made it brown and nothing else happened to it besides the brown. And the Rockstar, it made it like crack open and then like the yolk went out of it. And the water, it didn't have any changes to it. It was just slimy at the end of it.
And what was your favorite part?
How the vinegar one changed, made it squishy and stuff.
Hi, my name is Riley Eric. I'm in 5th grade, and this is my project called Frogs vs. Toads. I chose to do this because I really like frogs and toads, and I wanted to know the differences between them. Frogs usually live 10 to 12 years old, and toads live 10 to 15 years old. Also, frogs have long legs, longer than their head and body, and they prefer to hop, and toads, on the other hand, have short legs and prefer to crawl.
Hi, my name is Aska Bajo, and I'm working with Carmen Cells, and the title of our project is Health. And we're doing health because health can be defined as the physical, social, psychological, spiritual well-being of individuals. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, social well-being, and I learned that the definition of health is physical, mental, social wellness, or a condition of being well. An example of health is what is checked during a physical, and the best part was to learn about the things I didn't know about health.
Hello guys, this is my Jolly Rancher experiment. I had my family try all different Jolly Ranchers. It's not the type of Jolly Rancher that goes away the fastest or the longest. It's how hard you suck on the Jolly Rancher.
Hi, my name is Caitlin. I'm in 5th grade, and my project name is Fizzy Fizzy Time. I did an experiment of what pop would fizz more, and Dr. Pepper, I thought it was going to be Mountain Dew, but Dr. Pepper and Pepsi had a tie.
And this is how the heart works and blood flows through it.
And remember, Piper, you say your name and the title.
Hi, my name is Piper Wolf, and my title is Styles of Dance. I decided to do this project alone. I messed up. Hi, my name is Piper Wolf. I'm in the 5th grade, and my title is Styles of Dance. I'm going to be naming some facts about the history of dance. Dance was created thousands of years ago, and not one of any country has been credited for inventing dance. Tap dance itself is originated in the United States. Though tap dance is a fusion of many dances from other cultures. Hip-hop. Hip-hop dance is a unique styles of street dance formed in the late 1960s. Irish dance. There is evidence that forms of cultic dance and that has been modernized dance of the 15th and 16th century. In conclusion, dance is very popular everywhere in the world, and may we all dance a little more.
Thank you for prompting to the show.
Monday!